And your updates for the day?
Yes, my updates for the day, for Monday, April.
Oh yeah.
Right? Register.
Yes, that is what we do know. I mean, really, what day is it anymore?
I should call it updates and reminders. I think I'm gonna update. I'm gonna update my updates.
You know what's funny is, you watch that movie from the 90s, Groundhog Day, and you always like, wow, if I only had the same day over and over again, I could be like him and just do all these things and learn so many things. And now we're in it.
Mm-hmm. It's true. It's very true. So, register for the SIE, guys.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 800. That clip that I showed was from April 13th, I think it said. What was it? April... I know it was the 6th episode. Oh, April 7th. April 7th, 2020. Yeah, that was episode number 6. That picture I showed you, that was from when we started. As you can tell, we had very low tech. It was me on an iPad and Brandy with the laptop and an iPad, and that was it. That was it. Wow. We had our awesome screen behind us.
Yeah,
that was it. That's our kitchen table, by the way.
Yeah.
That we just moved into the living room because living rooms are overrated.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. So yeah, that was then. This is now. 800 episodes. We literally thought we were only going to do it for like 2 or 3 weeks. I didn't even record the first 5.
Mm-mm.
The first 5 episodes, I didn't even record it because I'm like, we're only going to do it for a couple days, What are we going to do? And so, anyways, that was almost 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, 3 years ago. Almost 4.
Almost 4 years ago. Almost 4 years ago, and about 70 pounds less for me. But yeah, long time ago, but we are so glad to be here on this 800th episode. It has been awesome. Luis just commented. I just wanted to point out that Luis has been with us all the way from that first episode.
Yeah. And
he's on every single night. He's been on here probably more than I have because there was one episode that I was not on.
That is true.
So actually, Luis has been on all 800.
Mm-hmm.
Technically,
mm-hmm.
All episodes.
Yeah.
He's fully licensed, by the way. He has all his license. He has everything, and he shows up every night to be a supporter of us, and he's a great friend. And so, yeah, Luis is probably the OG of all of the ones that have been on here. But we have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
We made a lot of friends. We've gotten a lot of people licensed. A lot of students have gotten licensed through us, and they've now moved on to RVPs. They have their own hierarchies now.
Mm-hmm.
They have all their own people. It's been a great path of just seeing people develop and just seeing how our hard work and helping people and just going out and making sure they succeed, or helping them succeed, putting the tools in front of them so they can go and do what they've always wanted to do, or what they've been trying to do.
Yeah.
Which is, whether it's building their business or helping out their community or whatever it is they do with these licenses, to benefit not just themselves but others. It's been an amazing ripple effect, and what a blessing. It's the best thing I've ever decided to do at 10 o'clock at night.
That's true.
And that's saying a lot, because there's a lot of cool things you can do at 10 o'clock at night, you know what I'm saying? But I'll keep it rated G. But I'm just saying is that at 10 o'clock at night, we've made this time, and it's just been an amazing blessing. What about you, Brandy?
Yeah, guys, what started out as it helped me, so let's see if it can help others in my office, has really blossomed into like a huge program where I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. We are disrupting the industry. We are getting people licensed who probably would have given up by now in getting these licenses. I feel like we've given hope to people who are studying who probably wouldn't have tried getting this license. And I think that right there is just more than I could have ever thought when we started this.
Yeah, and we started this in the pandemic, and during the lockdown.
Yes.
And Brandy and I, our opinion about that whole time was, look, there's two things that we can do in this time. There was a lot of people running for the stores and getting toilet paper, which is a weird human behavior, by the way.
Right.
We learned a lot about humans in that moment of time. Apparently, when things go wrong, we run for toilet paper. We could have done that, no, but we were good.
Yeah.
And then I was like, we could go hit the social media and be negative and angry.
True.
I think all of us went through that moment where we were just like confused, angry, happy, whatever. I don't know. We were just, in a daze.
Yeah.
But we're talking, this is like 2 to 3 weeks in now.
Yeah.
I'm like, April 1st, Brandy, let's just do something positive every night. Let's do something positive. Let's do something where people can be at, every night. They know that they're going to go there. They're going to learn something. It's going to be positive. It's going to be fun. And then they'll also help themselves level up.
Yeah.
They can level up during this time and they can get, licensed. And because this is not going to be forever.
Yeah, guys, test centers were shut down. Like, you couldn't even take a test. And we had a whole, our whole motto back then was stay ready, because you couldn't even take a test. And here we are every night studying.
Yeah. And my motto every night was #stay ready.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, this is not going to be forever. And you want to be ready and you want to be prepared to level up when everybody else was sleeping.
Yeah.
And I still say that and I still live by that. People, there's still people that are sleeping and they take days off and they're always, wondering why they are in the same position they're always in, because they don't advance when everybody's taking a nap. It's the old tortoise and the hare. But we did this so that way you could have something positive, and we just went with it. And it turns out we really like doing it. We literally started with 15 people.
Yeah.
That was it. There was like 15 studiers. That's all we ever had. And then slowly it graduated. The most we've ever had on the Studying Brew, I believe, was 140.
No.
Or 100. What was it?
We did cross 200.
Oh, we had 200. I don't know. I was busy working. We used to have like 200. We had 200 at the height of it all. And, slowly as the whole world started opening up, we subtracted Fridays and we, people started not going because they're like, doing their thing.
And then we started getting more replays,
things like that. And we've had to adjust. But in the height of it all, we were here, we did this, and it's been a remarkable journey, and we've gotten thousands of passers, and it literally is blown up to where the whole United States is with us. We used to only be in our little city, in Riverside, and then we've blown up to where we're literally working in all 50 states. We've had a passer from every state in the country, every state, Alaska, Hawaii, everywhere. It's been incredible. Now we have students that are in the armed services. I see my videos being played in other countries around the world. It's been amazing. It's crazy. It's blows my mind.
And we and guys, that's amazing by itself. But the fact is that when we started the message board and we started the Studying Brew, we just wanted a way to communicate with everybody. And since then, it has truly become a family. It has truly become a community. And that was something, again, not planned, but was a blessing. People have made friendships through our message board who had never met before. And you guys know, we keep it positive. We keep it hopeful over there. We don't talk shop over there. We don't, there's no negativity. There's nothing. There's no outside world in our Kona community. And it has been, I think, one of the best places for social media.
Yeah. And the few people that I want to say that I want to really, there's been a lot of supporters like Luis. And there's been some great supporters like Monica Rojas, who's been on here, Little Miss Gabby. I can show, all these people that have already gotten their licenses, moved on, whatnot. But I want to say there's been some key people that really helped us really get the word out. And one of them was Manny Masood.
Yes.
Who helped us really. And then also I want to mention Mo Carry-On.
Yep.
She really blew us up. And then I want to shout out to
Eva McAvan.
Eva McAvan introduced us to the whole McAvan family. And then Rhonda and Jerry Beyer.
Yes.
Rhonda and Jerry Beyer sent their whole hierarchy to us. I mean, it just blew up. It just went crazy. And without all them and all the support, and obviously we were getting results, and we still are.
Mhm.
It's been bananas, and there was nothing like us. I still think that there's nothing like us, but as we've moved on, and in these last 4 years, we've been replicated. People have tried to copy us. Now we've seen like big companies like Kaplan changing
Mhm.
their programs. Now they're doing live sessions. Now they want to do what we kind of do, and the connections that we've made.
Mhm.
We've seen like smaller study preps. I won't mention their names, but I was just looking at their Instagrams. I'm like, wow, that looks very familiar to something I have. And I'm like, oh,
That just means we set the standard.
we set a standard, and now it's being copied, and people are following what we've done and with our community and everything, and with the specialness that we've had. So, I can look at it as like, as someone just put in there, yeah, tread setter. That's how to look at it. I'm not
Right.
hating, I'm not salty about it. I'm just like, wow. When you look back at it, and it's like when someone copies you, you're like, dang, I did something. You know what
That's
I
right.
mean? They
Mhm.
don't copy things that aren't something.
That's true.
Obviously it works. So you've landed where the OGs are.
Yeah. And I do want to give another shout out to our coach
Yes.
who definitely, guys, I think I always like to say this. He took a big risk on me. He is, if you guys know Primerica, he's a builder. He is a get out there, recruit, build a team type of person. And I'm obviously not that. But yet he still took me under his wing. He still put me in front of the right people. He still breathed belief into me with securities, with this side of the industry, so much so that when he was like, you guys got something golden here. Don't just keep it in my office. You guys can take it. Get the whole entire company licensed. And that is Mario and Franny Arizon.
Yeah. They pushed us out the door like an eagle would
Hmm.
push their little eaglets out the nest.
Yes,
They're like, it's time for you to fly.
exactly.
And we wouldn't have done it without his blessing.
Right.
We're loyal like that.
Hmm.
And he was like, nah, this needs to be out there for everyone. I don't think you're doing anything that that shouldn't be shared. So yeah, thank you to
Yes.
definitely Mario and Franny for getting us the opportunity to experiment and do the things that we did in there in the office,
Hmm.
and really develop something to what it is today.
Yeah.
But yeah, with all those people and all the supporters and everybody, and still all the support of all of you, I feel like I'm on PBS right now, public. Without the support of all of you, but it's true. All of our members, all the people who keep spreading the word, posted us on Instagram. I appreciate all of you. Studying brew is not something that's paid. We don't
Mm-mm.
get paid to do it, obviously, right? But it helps that you guys all spread the word and continue to do so. And let's continue to have the ripple effect and continue to spread the word of something that we're doing here. It's positive. It's fun. I don't tell people that if you're not studying with us solely that you can't come to this. Anybody can come that has a computer and internet. And I
Yes.
always say that with the price of internet, look what you get for free.
Yep.
So yeah, invite everyone, and just and we appreciate all of you for being here. And some of you, I know a lot of you on here wouldn't be here without all the people that I mentioned, or
Mhm.
referring us. So thank you to everyone. I know Christina Bog is on here.
Yes, she.
She's a big supporter as well. And don't feel bad if I don't remember to say your name and you supported us so many times. There's a lot of people that have come,
Yes.
and I'd be on here all night. But definitely want to say, Christina Bach, thank you for
Mhm.
being such a loud voice, and all your Aces United. What a pleasure getting a lot of her team licensed as well. But
Mhm.
that's from the McAvans.
Yep.
So thank you so much, and all the different teams that have come and still come or go or whatever. And there's a lot of people who study with us who aren't on with us at Studying Brew Live anymore. They do the mornings and all that stuff. It's been incredible. I can go on and on about the gratitude that I have, but tonight isn't just about the gratitude. One of the things is, when you're on a journey, you learn,
Yes.
right? We've learned so much, and I can say this all the time. 800 episodes. Think of all the pastors we've heard every night, all the nights that we've had pastors speak. When we got a pastor, all the people that I've added to the Kona Hall of Fame. If you want to go onto my Instagram, it's beautiful. You can see all the people holding up those licenses. and all the people that we've gotten on here. I know like Joanna's on there. She's here. And you know, all the people holding up their licenses and all the things and all the passes. Guys, it's been crazy, but we've always said that Kona is and will always be, and it has always started from studying. It started with Brandy, with her and her struggles with ADD, not being able to like retain stuff, not being able to get her mind around, you know, the Kaplan, you know, and nothing just against Kaplan. It's just the traditional way that you know, the standard that's out there. And she's like, you know what, there's got to be a different way, a better way. And she developed the Kona system out of, you know, studying after failing the 26, so you know, a few times, and then went and passed the Series 65 using the Kona system, and then passed the Series 7, both on the first try, and passed the 26, all, you know, after the Kona system. And then once we started spreading the word, we started asking everybody, hey, what helped? We always ask, what helped, what worked, what helped, what worked, not what was on the exam, but what helped you, what in the process, the journey, what did you learn, what worked for you, what helps you retain, what gets you the higher scores, what has helped you? Because Brandy's only one person's opinion. So literally out of all the people and all the people we spoke and that have spoken and have shared and, you know, continue to share, even, you know, ones that are still taking their tests, like I want to say Jonna, Miss Houston, she is on there all the
so much
from Jonna. I can't tell you guys, you know, you want to say hi to Miss Jonna. She has helped us so much. She is such a smart woman, and she's taught us so much. And there's a lot of people, a lot of contributors, and it's been amazing. But so tonight, what we want to do is we've put together a Studying Brew with all of that knowledge, or we try to attempt here, and all the things that have helped everybody through all these pass notices to get a pass notice. So that's what we're going to talk about tonight. I know I went a long way, a lot of gratitude, but on these big milestones, I like to shout out where we've been, where we're going, and definitely give recognition, because you know what, things like these are, you know, it's fleeting.
And we're also on a journey. We're on our journey with you guys. We're learning, we're developing, we're improving, we're finding out what works, what doesn't work, all of those things, and they all come from you.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and let's get this show on the road. We're going to be quick through the commercial here, and then we're going to get right into it. What has helped all those passers? What has it been that has been successful? If you haven't joined us for all of the stuff that we've done, our almost nightly study session.
I
love it. This is a brand new graphic. Wow, look at Kona's on there.
I put Kona on there.
By the way, drawn by our daughter.
That is true.
Yes, so scan the QR code, get into our members only. That's where we go over those really deep, like last night we had someone ask about, you know, hey, I really like the test taking techniques, and you know, I know if I become a member, that's really in there. I'm like, yeah, it's integrated into everything that we do. Really learning those techniques, not just the content. You get into all the stuff that we have. Study guides we have for the SIE, the 663. We have small group tutoring. We have a Kona community, the Discord that we've been talking about. Scan the QR code, hit the links in the chat. We also have the Instagram, the Telegram, 866-KONA, 866-439-562 is where you can reach me at. Tomorrow, really quick, we got a Friday. We have a live session. We are finishing out the week of week 3 at our Kona Day 1 program. And tomorrow in the 63, what are we going to go over, Brandy?
We're going to go over the last part of communication, which is IA investment advisor specific and advertising.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
By the way, I don't want to, on all my gratitude for everybody, I want to say also prayers for Jean Quarterman and her husband. She's on tonight. Her and her husband are fallen ill, and they need some prayers as they battle and get well and healing. It's not that serious, but it's serious. How's that?
There you go.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't want to give the wrong impression here, but they definitely need some healing and recovery, and much love to them. They're dear to our heart. So we definitely believe in the power of prayer. That's the community that we got here, guys. It's the community. I don't know how many prayers we sent over the last 800 episodes. It'd probably make me tear up, because yeah,
Yeah.
lots of memories. All right, everybody. You ready to do this?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I started thinking about some of the episodes, like one where we had a head-on collision, like literally an hour before, 55 miles an hour, head-on collision.
Yeah.
Literally got dropped off by the tow truck driver.
Yeah.
And we did a Studying Brew.
We did.
Yeah. I might have been a little concussed, but we did it. Did it anyway. I'm gonna put the helmet on, Coach. We're going in.
Yep. We did.
We did. All right, you ready?
Yes.
Let's go, Brandy.
All right, guys. So, like Andy said, we've learned. Guys, I was in the trenches. I'm still in the trenches with you, to be honest with you guys. And so there's some things you pick up. One of them is you can't get studying done unless you prioritize. Now, it's not, when we mean prioritize, we're not saying give up your business, give up making money. That's not what we're talking about. When we mean prioritize, we mean kind of get rid of the waste. Get rid of the waste. Get rid of the things that don't move you forward temporarily. Temporarily get rid of the things that don't move you forward in your journey. Skip the party, study instead.
Hey, I want you all to know that I give you permission to do this. It's okay to say no.
Somebody told me that no is a complete sentence.
No. Can you help me move this weekend? No. Can you help me go to do the no? Can I have you do no? Can I get no? What it is your time. It is very important for you to do this. And the answer is no. It is okay to be selfish sometimes. It is almost necessary to be selfish to better yourself. It is not bad to take care of yourself mentally, physically, educationally, or to even push yourself. And you have to say no for a little while. There's nothing wrong with that. And you should not feel guilty.
No, don't.
You should feel guilty if you tell someone no and then you don't do what you were supposed to.
Yes.
Then you should feel guilty.
Absolutely.
But if you are truly doing what you said you're going to do, you're keeping a commitment to yourself. Hey, nothing wrong with saying no.
Exactly.
I also want to say shout out to CC Thomas, all the way out in East Coast. Also equally very, very instrumental in always helping us out. We love her. We met her in DC.
Yes, we did.
She's a great friend too.
All right, guys. The other thing, consistency. Consistency.
I say it all the time. It's like Jello. It's like Jello. Without consistency, it makes no dang sense.
Now, guys, consistency doesn't mean every day I'm studying for 5 hours a day. That's not what we mean. Consistency to me is maybe one day you're able to put in those 2 hours, right? Maybe the next day, I can only put in 10 questions. Maybe the next day you're putting in an hour. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the time, as long as it's quality. You got to have quality time. Even a 10-question quiz is better than 0 questions, right? It's got to be quality, but you're doing something every day.
Every day.
Every day. Now, every once in a while, some people take that, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're spinning your wheels, studying's not going anywhere, you hit a plateau, and you'll hear us every once in a while say it's okay to take a break. And you're like, well, that's direct. Guys, look, when your body and your brain says,
no mas.
I need to tap out for a minute.
No mas.
There are just some moments where we're pushing way too hard. And we got to say, you know what? This is not a good quiz. I'm just going to walk away from it. That's different, right? That's different. That's a rest. That's okay. But when you're constantly studying for 2 days, putting it away for 3 days, studying for a whole week, putting it away for a few days, studying for 2 weeks, putting it away for 5 weeks, that's what we mean. That's not being consistent. That needs to change.
Yes.
All right. That also comes with prioritizing.
Consistency.
Yes.
By the way, another shout out, Jamie, who helps out on our Discord. Thank you so much. Jamie and her husband really helped us really shape the Discord into what it is. I want to say thank you to Jamie. I'm just going to keep saying thank yous as I go through this.
No problem. The other thing is apply the keywords that we teach, apply the keywords. I'll even say keyword connections, right? It's not about a deep understanding of how these things work. It's about applying the keywords in multiple choice tests, right? So it's about the key connections, not a deep understanding. We learned that today in our options course today, right? Guys, you can read the book 5 times. You could rewrite the LEM 5 times. But if you're not applying the keywords to a multiple choice test, you're not going to pass your tests.
Okay, so some of us have gone through college, some of us has slept through high school, and we would memorize, a whole page of stuff, right? Like we write down all this stuff that the teacher wrote, notes, maybe we wrote it ourselves. And you just memorize everything, right? And just like, just take it all in, right?
Right.
And then the next day we have the test and we just regurgitate it all.
Yeah.
Because you can easily see on the exam, you're like, oh, I know what that is. I know what that is. That short-term memory.
Yeah.
The problem is with this exam, that doesn't work.
Correct.
It does not work because everything is a scenario based and it's more about how these keywords relate to each other and they connect more than it is regurgitating information.
Yes. Now, I've also said this, it's about recognition, not understanding.
Yes. So many people try to understand way too much and they get lost.
Has somebody ever asked you, this is like usually in trivia, right? Somebody will say, oh, Andy does this to me all the time. Who sings the song?
That's my favorite game.
He plays the who sings the song, right? And guys, when Andy plays music, you never know what decade.
Never know.
Never know what genre.
Could be the Spinners.
You never know. Okay. I have never met a more musically eclectic person.
Could be jazz.
I thought I was eclectic. And I go like this, I don't know. And I'm all, can I get a multiple choice? And he's like, no. Because guys, it's so much harder to pull an answer from the sky than it is to make a choice out of 4. Does that make sense? I play song pop and I'm like the best at song pop.
Multiple choices.
It's a multiple choice. Music starts, boom, that's what I recognize. But pulling it out of the air is so much more difficult. And when you guys are rereading and trying to get an understanding of this stuff, that's fill in the blank stuff. That's pull an answer out of the air knowledge. That's not recognizing and just making a match and picking a choice.
Exactly.
Okay. So pick a choice. So apply the keywords. Okay. The other thing is lock in techniques.
Oh my goodness. Test taking techniques. Lock it in. Lock it in. Lock it in. Guys, I cannot express how important this is. We would be so rich for all the people who have passed and they're like, dude, I didn't even have enough time for the last 20 questions. And I just did all techniques for the last 20 and I passed. They're like, that's all I did. I just turned it off and I just went technique the whole way because I ran out of time.
Yeah.
Or, for whatever reason, they just had a technique. They were like, I'm completely lost on a question. I just techniqued it.
Yes. Guys, I will give a random question to the teenagers in the other room and I'll say, what do you think the answer is? And they'll use a technique and they usually find the right answer. They don't know this stuff. They're busy with algebra and science and all that stuff. But I'll give them an answer and they'll say, and I say, why did you pick that answer? Well, because that didn't match. That just looked better. So I clicked on that. Does that make sense, guys? And in multiple different Q banks in this content. So it's all about the technique. So technique it out when you get stuck. They give you an edge to give you that bump that is probably the pass that you're missing. They give you an edge. Right? I wish they used to teach. I wish they taught this stuff in school. They don't, but it's universal.
Our son's holding an A in science right now based on all techniques on his exams. Knows nothing about biology whatsoever. He's like, I just technique every single exam.
Just technique it out.
And the teacher caught him and he's like, I don't know. It's test taking techniques.
Yeah.
Studying brew. 10 o'clock. Should be on it.
There's the Zoom link.
Figure it out.
Guys, be a student of you. Be a student of you. Why wrong?
Why do you get it? Why do I get this? Is the question that we get. Why do I get this wrong all the time? I don't know. Why do you get it wrong all the time? How about you study you for a minute?
Yes. Guys, do you know how many people tell me I just read too fast? Okay, that's not going to change unless you change that.
And it's not like I'm trying to be funny about it, but sometimes if you just spend a little time with you and looking at what you do and slow it down a little bit and realizing what little mistakes you do, whether it's reading too fast, whether it's the fact that you don't map out your questions when you're in the when you're doing your exams, or the fact that you're not doing full exams, you're only doing 10 questions at a time, or the fact that you don't rewrite stuff that you need help with, or the fact that you're not retaining stuff because you're not relating stuff. You're not doing the 4 R's as our members do. All these things are all about you being a student of you.
Guys, when I found out that this is what I was doing, my score jumped 20%.
Shout out to Ariel Davis, who was on from the beginning.
Oh my gosh.
We talk about her, what she taught us all the time. What did she say?
She went from on a Friday scoring a 63% to on Monday scoring an 86%. And I said, what the heck did you do? And she said, I actually slowed down, took the time to do why wrong, and realized I was making the mistakes, and I fixed them. Not mistakes like content wise, this right here. This is the difference between a pass and a not pass. This is the difference between a pass and not pass, guys. If you take your quizzes and you're like, dang it, I knew that one, that you need to fix that. No amount of studying, no amount of reading the book, no amount of videos is going to help that. This right here was, I wasn't even going to say a game changer. This right here changed my life.
If you want to know the keys, that is one of the keys. Look, it is an easy fix. It's you.
Not you in a bad way.
No.
You probably just don't even know you're doing it.
No, you don't. And sometimes when you get a study partner, they can point it out to you. You're taking too long. You're overthinking it. Just click it. Just click it. I was told this story by Sally on Saturday. Shout out to Sally from Oregon, telling us about her good friend Eric, who she studies with, and she likes to tell him, click it.
Just click.
Perfect example.
Yep. Now, sometimes you do get it wrong because of content. That means that that's what you truly need to study. If you get a question wrong and you're like, wow, I just really didn't know that, then that's what you need to study. Not 85 questions worth, not 100 questions worth, not whatever, that question. You need to study that topic.
Some of you all like do your studying like you're like part of the Catholic religion and you're just doing studying penance. I got this one wrong, so I will do 1,000 more of this question. Yeah, well, you're going to do it 1,000 times wrong if you don't understand why you got it wrong.
Have you guys ever tried writing? Ask yourself that. Have you ever taken notes from your quizzes? And I can guarantee you most of you haven't, because why? We never were taught how to do this. Guys, we never got taught this stuff. This is the game changer for your studying.
And I know I keep mentioning people as we do this because all this stuff comes from all of our passers, guys. This isn't just stuff that we decided was helpful. This is, if you want to know all the passers who passed 800 episodes worth, this is it right here. This is 800 episodes worth of knowledge we're passing on to you to up your studying game.
Yes. I love that. Keep it simple. All right. The one last thing I'm going to leave you guys with, and this is definitely trademark KonaButterflyz, is the 4 R's to retention. The 4 R's to retention. Now, each of you are going to do these 4 R's in your way, but everybody has to do these R's. You ready? Rewrite. Whether you're rewriting because you're mapping out your electronic and you need it on a paper, whether you're rewriting your notes because this act right here has been scientifically proven to help with retention, whether
in ink,
whether it's rewriting on a wall. I mean, sorry, a sliding glass window with dry erase markers, rewrites. Then you're going to repeat. You're either going to retake a quiz. You're going to make your own flashcards if you know how to use those. You're going to repeat it out loud. You're going to teach your dog. You're going to teach your spouse. You're going to teach your kids, whether they understand it or not. You're going to say it out loud, or you're going to rewrite it, or you're going to repeat it on flashcards.
A stuffed animal. It doesn't matter.
Teach it to something inanimate.
Get on the Discord even.
Yes.
Get on the Discord and start answering questions over there.
Guys, the third one is related to something outside of securities. We already don't know securities, so relate it to something you do know.
Become an Andy. You know how on here on the Studying Brew, Brandy will put up these questions. She's very serious with this stuff, right? And I'm like cracking jokes and I'm like associating these answers, how I remember it, putting it into 80s reference that everybody under the age of 35 doesn't get. It's like, you know, I'm associating it. But that's what you got to do. You got to associate.
Mm-hmm.
You associate to something outside, whether it's a joke, a thing you do, whether you like it, whatever, it doesn't matter. It'll help you. Even associate to dirty-minded stuff that you guys think. It doesn't matter. It's in your head. Who cares?
Whatever floats your boat.
Whatever blows your hair back.
Yes. And then the last one, and this is the one that most people have a hard time wrapping their head around because there's no way this can happen. Securities is very serious business. I have to make sure I have my polo shirt on and I have both feet on the ground and I have my beverage right here. And I can only do this if I'm super serious. Y'all mess around too much over here.
Shout out to Timothy Lewis, who joins us from Ohio every night. The sharpest dresser we've ever had on the Studying Brew consistently, always in a shirt and tie, always looking the best. But not all of us can do that and really be relaxed.
And maybe for Timothy,
that is his relax.
His relax. Guys, you got to dress to how you feel comfortable.
I would not. If that's how Timothy Lewis studies, if that's how he works and operates, that's what gets his brain into mode. I would tell him, and I will say this, do not change it. Do not put on a tracksuit and go take your exam.
No.
Why would you do that? You're a shirt and tie guy.
Yeah.
That's how you've been doing it. That's how you think. That's what gets your mind straight. If you're a shirt and tie person and that's what helps you stay focused, and that's what helps you stay present, that's what you do that.
Now me, I'm a skater pants, hoodie wearing person, and that is what I feel most comfortable in. And that's what I took my test in. That's what I changed into to do my studying, because that put me in a more relaxed state of mind.
Your yoga pant wearing, jogger pant,
rock it,
shorts, whatever, rock
it.
I will say this: if you're going to take the exam, and you will, you got to get used to wearing pants or shorts.
You got to put some
put some clothes on.
Got to put some
don't
You can't be rolling in just your underwear.
So if you're a studier who likes to study naked,
you got to put some clothes on.
At one point you got to have to put some clothes on, because you're going to have to take the exam with clothes on.
Yes. But guys, whatever relax means to you. I study with music. I study, maybe at my kitchen table, broke a chair because I wiggle so much, right? Don't fall asleep in bed. Don't get that relaxed, but put yourself in a relax. Have fun with studying. Have fun with this stuff, guys. It doesn't need to be that serious. It's not that serious. Have fun with it and keep it simple. Keep it simple. That's it. That's my 2 cents.
And I think that's it, right?
That's it.
That's it. Shout out to everybody that I didn't talk about. One more that comes to mind, Sianya. Thank you so much. She's been with us forever as well. And much love to her. She's always given us a great advice. We've had so many of you, so many people that I probably didn't even, recognize or say, but trust me, you do have a place in my heart. Like Mike Hugo. I mean, there's so many people. I could be on here all night, literally.
Pretty much all our passers.
Dude,
all of you.
Not even some of the ones that haven't even passed.
Yes, all of you guys.
Just so many people. And guys, and it's been a crazy ride. We've had people that were in cancer treatment who pulled through, people who have lost, family members during this journey that have, confided in us. during their heartaches and challenges. We've been a part of a lot of you's challenges, heartaches, heartbreaks, wins, losses, victories, everything. We are so grateful to be a part of so many different lives and being trusted with that. And with knowledge of all that stuff, and just being somewhere where people can just really tell us how they're feeling way outside of studying and where we've been, and just have that community and that connection with people. It's been more than anything that we've ever thought of in our entire mind. Ever. When we drew this up, it is way beyond what we'd ever wanted. But I couldn't ask for anything
and
less
we
at this
don't
point.
ever take you for granted.
No.
We look forward to seeing you guys every time we can. We look forward to seeing you guys. We hope you guys look forward to seeing us, even if it's just to get a little bit of boost of positivity in your life for the day. We're just happy to be here for you guys.
Shout out to our 85-year-old pastor, Alice Edwards, our oldest pastor, 86 years old, actually. She passed 36. So many people.
Yes.
Thank you so much for everybody and anybody that's ever said anything nice about us or passed the word on along us, or if anybody that's ever, we've ever helped. Just thank you. Just thank you to all of you.
And now I'm going to go cry happy tears.
Yeah. So many memories. And we've been a part of all of the things that you shared with us. And I know that while being on the Studying Brew, I've even lost my own son, and you guys were there for us and for me during that time. And I appreciate all of you as well for being there for me as well. I don't want to think about it too much, but thank you guys. Thank you so much. And we'll be here for 800 more.
That's right.
Hopefully. And if we're blessed with that, privilege to be here for another 1,000 more or 800 more, or however more you guys allow us to be on by spreading the word and sharing us, we'll be here till the day we just can't do it anymore.
Yep.
So thank you so much, everybody. And like I've said from episode number 1.
Yep.
Stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for your time. Thank you guys for trusting us in your journey. Now, don't forget to take those quizzes tonight and through the weekend. And we'll see you guys next time.
Good night.